Long ago, there lived a noble king named Barhishat. His heart was rooted in Dharma, and he desired that his lineage continue in righteousness. To fulfill this sacred duty, he asked his 10 sons, the Prachetasas, to leave for the forest and undertake Tapasya, deep meditation and austerities, so that they may gain the strength and blessings required to carry forward the royal line. Obedient to their father, the 10 brothers journeyed westward. Their path eventually led them to a magnificent lake, so vast it seemed like the ocean itself. Its waters were crystal clear, calm, and waveless, resembling the serene mind of a sage free from worldly agitation. Lotus flowers, red, white, and blue, floated upon its surface, filling the air with fragrance. Birds sang melodious tunes, bees hummed drunkenly over nectar-filled blossoms, and a gentle breeze carried the perfume of nature. As the brothers stood spellbound by this divine beauty, suddenly, from the very heart of the lake, there arose a dazzling vision. Lord Mahadeva, Shiva himself, emerged, surrounded by his celestial attendants. His form radiated golden brilliance, yet his throat remained dark, marked by the poison he had consumed to save the universe. His eyes glowed with compassion, and a gentle smile adorned his face. Overcome with awe, the Prachetasas immediately bowed to him. Shiva blessed them, saying, "O sons of Barhishat, I know of your devotion to Lord Narayana and the purpose of your penance. I have appeared to guide you. I will impart to you a sacred mantra, the Rudra Gita, that invokes Lord Narayana. Recite it with steady minds, and you shall attain his vision and whatever blessings you seek." After teaching them this divine hymn, Shiva vanished, leaving the brothers filled with strength and resolve. The Prachetasas then entered the ocean itself and began their tapasya with unwavering focus. They meditated for thousands of years, their hearts fixed on Narayana. At last, their devotion bore fruit. Lord Narayana himself appeared before them, radiant and compassionate. He spoke, "I am pleased by your tapas. Ask me for what you most desire. I know your father commanded you to continue the royal line. To fulfill his wish, I shall bless you with a son who will become a Prajapati, a great progenitor whose fame will spread across the world." Then Narayana recounted a story. Long ago, a sage named Kandu was performing penance. To disturb him, Indra sent the Apsara Pramlocha. Enchanted by her, the sage abandoned his austerities and lived with her for many years. A daughter was born of their union, but Pramlocha, when returning to the heavens, left the infant in the forest. The child cried, and seeing her plight, the trees became her guardians. The moon himself placed his finger in her mouth and fed her nectar. This child grew into a woman of celestial beauty, Marisha. "She will be your wife," said Narayana, "and she will bear you a son who will be Daksha Prajapati." The brothers fell at the Lord's feet, overwhelmed with gratitude. Narayana accepted their worship, smiled graciously, and disappeared. Emerging from their long penance, the Prachetasas rose out of the waters only to find the earth covered entirely with trees. Forests had grown so thick that no space remained for living beings. Angered, the brothers prepared to burn the trees with the fire of their tapas. But before destruction could spread, Lord Brahma appeared and urged them to restrain their anger. He reminded them that creation must balance life, not destroy it. At that moment, the surviving trees presented their foster daughter, Marisha, also called Takshi, to the Prachetasas. Remembering Narayana's words, the brothers accepted her as their wife. In time, a son was born to them, Daksha. This was the same Daksha who, in a past life, had offended Lord Shiva and was reborn as a human to atone for his disrespect. When Daksha grew into manhood, the Prachetasas crowned him king. Having fulfilled their father's command and duty to the world, they renounced worldly life and set out toward the forest once again. On their journey, they met Sage Narada, who spoke to them about the true path of salvation, detachment from the material world, and complete surrender to the Lord. Inspired by his words, they remembered Narayana's promise that when the time came to abandon the world, his feet would be their eternal refuge. In time, the Prachetasas directed their minds solely toward Narayana and attained his divine presence, liberated from the cycle of birth and death.